Namaste, family. Welcome back to another session of Wake It with Coach Jamie. I am Coach Jamie London Wahlberg. Some of you knew me as Tranibus. Still applies. It's all good. I am your unconditional love coach and plant-powered healer, and I am so excited to be here with you in what is actually sunny in New York right now. Check that out. Spring has really sprung, and before we know it, summer is going to be here. Today is a special portal. We have the 5-11-23, which is the 5-11-5 portal. 5 is a number of change, of transformation, of overcoming. It's a bridge from that 4, that foundational period of challenges, all the way to the 6, that balance, that harmony, that unconditional love, that healing. And it's all happening here, right? We are all healing. We are all transforming. We are all a bridge to one another through this collective. My purpose in this lifetime is to support and anchoring the remembrance of unconditional love back into Gaia and the collective, because that's what we're doing. In my mind, we are remembering who we are, and that we are from this energetic of unconditional love. And it is something that we are all worthy of. It is something we are all inherently, and it is something that we get to choose. And every week at 1-3 p.m. Eastern time on Thursdays, we will be here, unless I say otherwise, we will be here to anchor that unconditional love within ourselves. Because when we love ourselves unconditionally, we can love all unconditionally. And when we live in an unconditionally loving world, anything becomes possible. You get to live a life that you love, where you get to serve within your natural gifts and your passions and your purpose, bringing value and being honored and loved unconditionally for that. This is not just a pipe dream. This is something I believe that we all have experienced in one way or another, and we are coming back into this time. So before we get any further, I just want to say first and foremost, thank you so much to Wonder for hooking me up with this beautiful music that we are listening to in this very moment. If you are listening in, this is probably my favorite track, called Still Summer. I also want to say, as always, thank you so much to Fruits Labs for being an unconditionally loving sponsor. It's been a delight over these last couple of years, a true honor and privilege to be supported by the only organic, gluten-free, kosher certified, no preservatives added fruit leather on the market. This is not a gummy. This is whole fruit cannabis distillate, comes in different flavors, comes in THC and CBD. You can actually go to fruitslabcbd.com and get it shipped worldwide, or not worldwide, sorry, in the country. And then I got a little excited there. You know what? See, I'm like manifesting that though, right? Fruit Labs team, I'm manifesting that we actually get, I'm gonna learn music a little bit, it's getting a little stimulating for me. I'm manifesting that Fruit Labs will be worldwide, but no, in the country. And then you can go to fruitslabs.com and use Tranibus to get 10% off, where you can get the THC Fruit Labs. This bag is even biodegradable. Like, how cool is that? And this is one of my favorite flavors. It is the Tropical Haze. And as someone who needs allergy-friendly, no sugar added edibles, it blows my mind that I can just so easily eat a slab on the go. It's discreet. I can cook with it if you're interested in learning how. I did so for several years through the Tranibus Kitchen at Chef Tranibus, and that content is all up there for you to enjoy. So I'm going to send some love, integration, asking Plant Spirit to help us all anchor into unconditional love. I'm asking for support in loving myself unconditionally, continuing to do so, continuing to expand into that so that I may reflect this into the collective. And may all of you feel unconditionally loved in this present moment and all moments going forward. And so, if you have, or not, read what I wrote for the episode today, for the session, I've been thinking about things that I used to say that I hated, right? Things that I am reflecting on, like, do I really hate that? Hate is a very strong word. And although, as we have discussed and will continue to discuss, that hate, like all of the emotions, are coming from unconditional love experience, apparently, I'm looking at this and giving myself grace, giving myself the understanding and the understanding that, in fact, it's okay that there are things before that I would say that I hate it. It's even okay to acknowledge that this is coming up in the moments it comes up. Why? Because it enables for a reflection of, is this something that doesn't serve me? Because saying something doesn't serve me feels like a much higher vibration to me. It feels better to me to say, in my body, I feel that difference than when I say hate. Like, have you ever just taken a moment, placing your hands at your heart center, and close your eyes if you desire, not if you're driving or moving heavy machinery, of course. Just take a deep breath. And say the word hate. And feel how that feels. Really just sit with, what does that feel like in your body when you say hate? And you can even take it a step further. And whatever the first thing that comes to mind for you, if it's something that you say that you hate, say I or we hate ... fill in your blank. See how that feels for you to acknowledge that you are feeling hatred towards something. Perhaps it's even someone. What does that feel like in your body? When I say, like what I wrote, I hate math, or I hated math. Even I hated math feels better already. When I say I hate math, It's wild. It's like tightens up in my chest. And my lower back hurts. And I feel this anxiety and this stress and this frustration. And I immediately start to funnel in all of these memories where Math and I did not have a good relationship. Now, let's flip it. Shaking off that vibration and say love, unconditional love. Unconditional love. How does that feel? When I say unconditional love, I feel this immediate heat rush over my body. Not like an uncomfortable hot. It's just a wave of warmth. What I refer to as my angel wings and my shoulder blades, they get activated, they tingle. I just feel this deep sense of unconditional love and comfort. And now, I invite you to say something the first thing that comes to mind, that you love unconditionally. And say, I or we love unconditionally. Fill in your blank. And see how that feels for you. I love Math unconditionally. I feel calm and peace. Especially that time, the heat got really to the upper center of my back, the high heart, showing me how much I've alchemized. My relationship with Math has changed. The energetics of words that we use matter in our human experience. And likely in this exercise, and I'd love to know in the comments below, let me know if you're watching live or replay, did you do this exercise? What did this feel like for you? What was the discernment? Because for me, there's a huge shift in vibration and how that feels. And so when I think about the way that I have a relationship with Math now, when I think about these portals, numerology is woven in with Math. It's all of numbers. And once I started to be open to the fact that I don't understand all math, I don't understand most math, and I have a deep spiritual understanding of numerology. It just boomed open, blossomed. My whole relationship shifted entirely. And I started to channel in these powerful symbols and mathematical equations that were of a different nature and created a new understanding. And it was suddenly like all these things that I was so frustrated and angry and hurt over before just healed and didn't matter, and I just released it. And so when we decide, when we choose to unconditionally love something, we don't need to like it. We don't need to spend time with them or on a topic or on a lesson or whatever it is. And unconditional love is a freedom of yourself and an acknowledgement and an honor in all that exists, and all of it existing within you inherently. So let's see here. Yes, hate feels so good, David. Yes, hate feels like darkness tightening. Love feels like light spreading. That's potent. It's potent, brother. Yeah, it's absolutely important that we consider looking at the things that we hate. Not only for the joy in our lives, the healing in our lives, and what it enables to bring into our life in the collective. The way that you feel and the way that you experience matters more than just for you. And also all of you. And so when we wake in to unconditional love and we release things that we hate and we choose other ways of describing, it can change our dynamics with anything and everything and anyone. And we can open up doors, open portals to new worlds, new experiences, new ways of being and living and loving. And so I wonder if this resonates for you. Is this something you desire to do, to release the hatred that you're feeling? Is it possible that where you're feeling hatred in your physical is creating dis-ease, literal dis-ease for you and within your being? If you ask me what the biggest killer is, it's our perspective within hatred and then acting upon it, perpetuating it. The actual emotion of hate has its place. It's an awareness marker. It lets us know this does not resonate with me. And so thank you, hate. Thank you for teaching us what it is that we love and what it is that we don't love, what it is that we desire for ourselves, for this world. What do you desire to feel? How do you want to feel in the world around you? Because how you embody your emotions and what you choose to share going forward is actually reflecting back to you. That's why loving yourself unconditionally first, that's self-full. And it's full for everyone. Because inherently what's best for you to bring unconditional loving frequency is best for all. Because all of us are responding with our frequency in the greater frequency. Everything has a balance. What is it that's something that you hate? Is there something that you would like to be supported in transforming from hate into unconditional love? Let's get you up here and do some coaching. That is something that you are interested in doing. Let's see if we can get to the bottom, the foundation of what it is and create a transformation. This is a portal for transformation. 11 is a master number. This is about you mastering yourself. You are co-creator, divine. Create the unconditional love within your life. Create the unconditional love within yourself. And if you're finding that your hate, your anger, your frustration, these emotions that are not resonating, feeling good in your physical, and you find yourself in a form of lack, then it's possible you will want to join me for my freebie later today, 3 p.m. Pacific. Wow, so used to living in LA for a minute. 3 p.m. Eastern time, which is actually 12 p.m. Pacific time, we will have a 2-hour freebie called Unconditional Love Mindset, Healing Every Inner Child. That's because we all have an inner child of this lifetime, of the present moment, many others with our other life experiences. And oftentimes when we have experienced lack, as probably all of us in some way do, in some perception, we have lack with the way that the collective has been programmed thus far. We, as a child, take that narrative through our adulthood. And it does not serve us once we get that lesson. We are held back into our lack. And so we are going to choose in this freebie time to actually heal and connect with, deepening an intimacy with our inner child or inner children. We're going to have a guided meditation, a visualization. We are going to do the self-love audit, which is what all of my clients now go through and experience. If you're interested in going through it on a one-on-one basis, then you are welcome to book a free call with me. You can just go to wake-in.com right there, and you'll be able to set up a free call, and we'll do that love audit. And then we are going to do some coaching, and we will have actually an integration package for $77 alone. You can get an extra hour of private Zoom coaching, as well as, well, private within the group of the integration package, which will precede the hour. So the freebie will be 3 to 5, and then from 5 to 6. If you choose, that is when we will be doing the coaching, and it's super, super easy. In fact, you can literally just go to this PayPal link and send in that 77. Do it from Venmo if you wish, but I prefer the PayPal if you can. And that's it. This is a no opt-in situation. Show up. I'm going to be live wherever you're watching this right now is exactly where you are going to be able to watch this freebie, and then we will take it over to Zoom. The second I get your payment, make sure you drop in your email, and I will send you over that link. It's going to be an amazing 3 hours if you so choose to participate, and we'll be coaching through and integrating through everything that has come up within the session. I am so excited about this. It has been weeks in the downloads, waiting for this to come in, for people asking me for various things, and I'm really looking forward to spending the time with you and healing the inner children of us all. It's going to be super special and allow for abundance to just flow in to our lives. Hate for those that hate and frustrate. Yeah, that's even like got to take a breath from that, dude. Like, that's definitely heavy, right? Hating those who hate and frustrate. And that's very brave to confront, to choose to acknowledge. Because if we go back to, say, an old school phrasing, right, of 2 wrongs don't make a right, hating those who are experiencing hatred and are frustrated, they're going through their own journey to unconditional love, same way. Their reflection of the hatred and frustration that you actually are feeling on some level. And what happens is someone who is hateful, someone who's frustrated, they're not happy in that moment. They're not having an easy time. There's something that is activating them to have these reactions and these responses. So what would it look like to have compassion and empathy for someone who is experiencing hatred, for someone who is experiencing frustration? And of course, it's easier to start with someone who's feeling hateful or frustrated with something that resonates with you. And that's okay to start there. And find the compassion and empathy for them and what they're going through. Asking, why? Why are they filled with this hate? Why are they filled with this frustration? It doesn't mean that you need to agree with how they're presenting it or what actions they're taking on it, or even that they have the hate or frustration with whatever it is. It's about acknowledging that in the human experience, in the journey of remembrance of unconditional love, we find ourselves in experiences of hate and frustration. We've been living through all of this programming, and we are deprogramming and reprogramming. This is something we all go through. So we choose. Because we've forgotten for so long on a collective level. So giving grace and space for change, when we believe that we can change, when we believe that others can change, change is possible. This is so much about belief system. So someone who is hurt and is expressing that through hate and frustration, getting to the root of where the hurt is and acknowledging and honoring that hurt could get a lot farther than bringing hate and frustration right back. Because right when we're frustrated or we're feeling angry, are we open to receiving? Are we open to listening? No. It's human nature. We shut down. Our ears just close. We turn our head. We'll do all sorts of things to ignore, to bypass, to just blast through, whatever it is, instead of actually acknowledging and honoring what is happening and looking at why and taking actions into shifting that. That's the next step. So thank you so much for sharing, because that is core. That is core. It's a human experience. Feelings are so powerful. It's our superpower. We are here as emotional creatures for reasons. So hiding from any of our emotions or discounting any emotions isn't coming from unconditional love. It's only going to breed resistance. And where there's resistance, there's persistence. Let's not choose to persist with our hurt, our trauma, our hate, our anger, our frustration. Consider what it would feel like. Remember what it felt like to place your hands at your heart. What would it be like? What would your life be like if you felt that lightness spreading and stayed inside all the time? Feeling that unconditional love all the time. I desire this for you. For me too. For the we. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. We will see you next week. Namaste. I love you unconditionally.